Hello everyone and welcome to Flossmas for Monday, December 18th. I don't know about you, but I actually had a relaxing weekend. I got a lot done around the house, which was really something I was enjoying and looking forward to. And I did get in a fair amount of stitching. So one of the things that I'll show you today is a recent finish, something that I started last year and was hoping to get done for this year, and I have it done. I'm not going to fully finish it this year because I'm still thinking about exactly how I want to do that, but I was really happy to get the piece finished and ready for that next step of the process. So I'm just going to launch right in for this morning. So the first thing I want to show you, of course, is my previous finish. And this is something that hangs in my craft room. And this is a piece by Cottage Needleworks. And this, I believe, is called Silent Night. And it was a piece that was produced a number of years ago. It was something I had in my collection for a long time. I actually stitched this quite a while ago, but didn't get it fully finished until 2022. And I have just been so pleased with this one. It is a very basic finish, as you can see. So I did a flat finish in terms of just mounting it onto a couple of layers of comic book board. I think I put a double layer of batting because it's definitely extra squishy. And then this is a William Morris fabric. The William Morris fabrics are really beautiful, but this one in particular I have found to be very versatile in terms of what you can use it for, what it matches. I've actually finished a couple pieces with it and gone back and actually bought more because I've thought I want to have this one in my stash. And then in terms of what it's mounted on, it's just a very basic kind of weathered wooden piece that I picked up, I think at Michael's, something very easy, and so it was quite a quick finish, and it came already mounted, and I could hang it in on the wall if I wanted to in that way, but definitely one that I enjoy having as a piece, and it's a larger piece than I often do, so one of my favorite pieces. So that is by Cottage Needleworks. And then in terms of what I want to finish or I want to stitch in the future, I have a piece by Twin Peak Primitives, and this one is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And this one I believe was released this year. It's a fairly, 2020. No, it was not released this year. I just happened to notice it recently. And I really love that small Christmas village. It reminds me of the tiny towns in some ways. And I like that it has the Christmas trees and it has the colors and looks like a little European village. So that is definitely one I would like to stitch in the future. A little bit smaller than my last Twin Peak Primitives piece, right? I am also continuing to make good work on my advent calendar. So we have day 18 here for you. Just another sweet little piece, a little candy cane with some ribbon on it, quick stitch. And then with that, we are actually 3/4 of the way through our project, which I think I say this every time, but it just blows me away that we are that far. And I am just really loving each of these tiny little pieces, both as an individual finish, but as the full project. So looking forward to starting on the next row on that one. I love how all of the colors come together. So that was our work for the 18th. And then in terms of opening up our advent calendars, I'm going to start with Historical Sampler Company today. It's very light, but a large envelope. So let's see. Oh, okay. We got, I think this is all that's in there. Yes. All right. We've got some Anchor metallic floss. So this is 318. So that is Christmas red, a metallic Christmas red by Anchor. That will be really versatile to have in the stash. So great little thing to have. And then in terms of our Tom and Lily Creations thread, we have this one here. And, oh, gorgeous. That is gorgeous. That is kind of a rich green and gold, greenish gold. Really beautiful. I love that just pop of color right there at the top, and then the lighter colors. Oh, I love that. That's really pretty. That one's going to be one to think about what to use it for. Very nice. So those are our advent calendars for the day. And then in terms of what else I want to show you, as I mentioned, I had a finish on Sunday, and I wanted to show you that. And this is a piece that I started last year at the farm. And I picked this up when I was at Hobby House the summer before last, and I bought it just because the colors just spoke to me. They were so bold and so beautiful, and I had to buy it. These colors are nothing like anything else in my house. I still don't actually know where I will hang this or what I will do with it, but it was too beautiful to pass up, and I enjoyed every stitch on this in terms of the colors and seeing how they come together. That's really one of the things that Satsuma Street is known for, and it was just a beautiful finish, or a beautiful piece to work on. As you can see, it's intended to be kind of a dual layer banner that you hang, and it comes with, you stitch on the perforated paper, and then you're supposed to just cut the little banner pieces out and then hang it up. Mine comes with a slightly different ribbon than is in the picture, so I assume that she just kind of ran out initially, but it did come with that really pretty ribbon. I have some extra perforated paper as well. I did not stitch the dove. In the end, I've decided that I've finished it. It's a finish for now because I think I'm done with it. I haven't stitched the dove. I could always go back and do that if I want to, but I'm still deciding how I want to hang this, where it will go. As I mentioned, it doesn't really match the rest of my Christmas decor. I just bought it and I stitched it because it was beautiful. But I do want to think about where I can display it. But I'm not sure that this is how it would be. So I'm still thinking about that. But let me show you my pieces, and then I'll show you a couple of the things I'm thinking about. And then I figure I've got most of a year to figure it out if I want to do something. So that is where we are on that one. And each of these, you stitch them on individual pieces of perforated paper. You just cut it up. You know what? I should probably put something behind this. So we have our P. E. And every one of these is slightly different. Even when there are repeated letters, they look just a little bit different. And that was the A. Oh, as I drop one. We have C. Another E. And then I stitched this correctly. I did not place it correctly. You will notice that it is wildly off center. That was where I had finished the piece, and then I had put it aside for a while, and I picked this one up and I just thought, oh, I remember how to do this. And I wildly misplaced it when I started stitching, and I didn't realize it until I was fairly far along. And then I thought, well, let's see how bad it is. And as you can see, it's about as bad as it can possibly be because it barely fit over here. But I decided I wasn't going to unpick it, not yet. I could always restitch it if I want to, but I'm thinking I may just, depending on how I decide to finish it, that may not be an issue anyway. If it is, I can restitch it then, but for now, I'm not going to go ahead and redo that one. So I just continued on. That's the way we do things, right? The E in earth. Another A. R. T. And H. So there we go. So we have Peace on Earth. And like I said, I'm still trying to decide how I want to finish it. I've had a couple of ideas, so I'm going to show you those and let me know what you think. So one of the things that I could do is I picked up a couple of boxes of these little ornament tags at Michael's, and I have 2 boxes of them, so I have plenty. And they are pre-cut out, pre-painted wooden tags. There are also brown ones if I decided I wanted to get those instead. And I measured, and they just fit. They would just fit on one of these tags, and I could potentially cut the perforated paper out so it fits the tag, maybe put some felt or something on the back. I could even do a little punch and then potentially hang something else here. I could even leave them loose so that they kind of swing a little bit, but they're attached by the hanger. So that's a similar idea to the original, but not quite the same. So that's a possibility. I'm thinking about that one. I could always paint the tags or spray paint the tags if I wanted to. So that's a possibility. I also have this frame that I picked up, and you may not be able to see much of it, but it's quite large, and it's black, and it has this white hanger, and this hanger can actually be removed. I don't know if I would want to repaint this because I think it's quite a nice little frame. But I could potentially hang it sideways, and then I could also have Peace on Earth here. So again, a similar idea, but not quite the same as the original. So that's a possibility, but I don't think the black quite matches because the closest color is dark gray there. So I'm not quite sure that will match, but that's a possibility. Another possibility is this, which is, this is a piece of wall decor that hangs in my craft room. And I could potentially also rig it up so it says Peace on Earth here as well. There's 10 of these, and I would need 11 numbers if I wanted to spell out Peace on Earth. But anyway, I could potentially do that and just hang it here and display it in my craft room where the colors are a little bit different. So that's a possibility. Those are kind of what I've been thinking about for now. But like I said, I've probably got another almost a year to think about this if I want to. So I'll mull it over. I may kind of keep an eye out as I walk by, craft stores and in places and see if I see anything that looks like it'll work. Make a decision, and then maybe by next year it'll actually go up on my display. But for now, the stitching is done, and that is, half the battle, right? So I think it's great to have that done. I will enjoy thinking about how I want to finish it. If you have any ideas, feel free to let me know as well. And it's always fun. It's always fun to kind of think about how you want to finish something. But anyway, for now, I'm going to savor and enjoy the fact that it is finished. So with that, I will wrap things up for today. I hope you all have a good Monday, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.